Welcome back, my friends, to my channel and day 10 of Vlogmas. It's been kind of quiet over here. We've had a lot of wild weather. We had an ice storm and then went directly into a really big rainstorm that we're in the middle of right now. There is rain everywhere. We are a bit flooded, but as you can see, the hummingbirds are still at their feeder. Today, I am sharing with you a little behind the scenes peek at what it looks like for me preparing to return to work. And even though I take a lot of time off during the holidays, I do like to set myself up for the new year and all the projects that I have happening. I'm a solopreneur. I run this business on my own, which means I have to stay really organized and make use of my time. And I have to jump back into filming and editing, creating content, and working on commitments that I already have planned for the new year, which means when Monday rolls around, I am back to work full-time at my studio. And while I really want to make the most of time spent with my family and continuing to relax a little bit, I don't necessarily want to spend too much time cleaning, organizing, or working. But what I enjoy doing is working in these what I call microbursts of little projects. And the most important one for me is getting my filming area set back up, cleaned up, organized, getting all of my supplies staged and ready for me to jump right into work on Monday. I have a lot of commitments for the new year. I'm in the middle of launching new classes for the new year, and that means I'm going to be doing a lot of filming and editing, even more so than I have been in this space. It's been pretty messy recently, and so I wanted to spend about an hour and a half just cleaning up this one corner of my studio. Once I get my entire studio cleaned, I promise I will share a studio tour on my channel, but I wanted to at least show you what it looks like where I sit all the time when I create my content. I change this space around depending on the classes and the theme, supplies that I'm working with or what I'm filming, but what's really important for me is having all of the supplies that I'm using when I am filming videos right within my reach. And oftentimes, depending on the theme, the medium, the type of class or content I'm filming, I will actually change up my space and the supplies that I have on hand. Heading into the new year, I've got an art journal class, I have a floral theme class, as well as a business class that I've been working on filming over here, and I'll need to finish up some of that content come Monday. So I have supplies at my reach, right there waiting for me for when I am ready to go back to work. This means I don't have to spend a lot of time on the day that I return to my studio organizing or getting things set up. I don't necessarily need things to be perfectly cleaned or organized. It's just getting things cleaned up and staged and really set up for whatever makes sense for me when I'm sitting there at that table for hours on end creating. I am definitely a messy, expressive artist, and I don't have a lot of interest in having a studio that is perfect. I don't have fancy cabinets. In fact, I thrift a lot of the stuff that I use for organization in my studio or just use what I have on hand. What's most important for me is that when I am sitting there in the creative mode, filming, creating content, editing videos, I have everything close at hand, so I'm not spinning my wheels looking for supplies. And another part of this process is also getting all of my supplies staged. My pens are in complete disarray, and I'm going to be using a lot of these pens as I move forward, filming content for the new year. And so what I always have to do at the end of a busy season or messy projects is go back into my supplies and reorganize them. Sometimes this means organizing all my paint by color. Sometimes it means getting my scraps and collage materials set apart in different little boxes and baggies so that I can easily see them and access them. Or in this case, getting my pens all separated out. So I like to have my Posca pens, my Posca paint pens right at reach. I put them in their own little pencil pouch, and then I put my Sharpies and drawing pens in another pouch, and then I often keep a lot of markers and spare art journaling supplies in a third pouch. These are things that I have close at hand when I'm sitting at my filming table, and they are also things that I will travel around with. So I will bring a lot of my work home. I'll often work on an art journal page or a surface at home with my family while we're watching a movie, and so I like to have my pencil pouches all organized, ready for me to just be able to grab whatever pens and supplies I need. And often separating them out into different pouches helps me stay organized. I know this isn't probably the same for everybody out there, but it helps keep me from spinning my wheels. There's nothing worse than feeling really inspired and ready for a creative session, whether it's for personal or for professional purposes, and not having any clue where your favorite supplies are. And it is inevitable at the end of a busy season or a busy project that my supplies are in all sorts of random places. And I really enjoy taking just an hour, hour and a half out of my schedule and getting myself all put back together and organized, all ready to jump back into that creativity. And just by taking a little bit of time out of my holiday schedule to get my space organized, I feel a little bit less stressed about returning to work on Monday and jumping back into all of those creative projects.